What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So as y'all know, I'm down here in Alabama. I'm finally getting some camera time in front of the fishing station here by the infamous Lojo Fishing.
What's up, guys?
I'm sure if any of you are subbed to him already, y'all have seen this table plenty of times. So I get to shine in front of the table now. For those of you who asked me a call, I put out on, what was it? Saturday morning, I put it out there that we were going to do a Q&A. I got 3 questions, 3 really good questions. Lojo got one very good question because it gets asked. I'm surprised I didn't get asked it, but it was asked, and we get asked this probably the most out of any other question ever asked. So we'll get into it. First question was by Ben on Instagram. What is your favorite spring lure? My favorite spring lure, I'm gonna have to go with a Bomber Flat A crankbait in the crawfish color. They're starting to really, if you're catching bass in the springtime, you can really see them. They're really red in the throat. They're starting to fill up on crawls. I think, I'm not sure, it's the time of the year for the crawls where they start changing from that brown color to that red, that reddish color. So, and they're coming out more. So I think that's why the bass are feeding on them. I mean, I guess that's easy meal for them. I know we wear them out on Clark's Hill on that Bomber Flat A crawfish colored, throwing them on points, and especially them, you running along the banks catching them males, getting ready for them bedded females. So what's your favorite spring lure?
That's a good one. Since he went with a hard bait, like a crankbait, I'm gonna go with a soft plastic. I think I would say a Texas rigged lizard, one of those big Magnum lizards. It's springtime, which means their females are bedding, there's spawning season going on, so lizards eat those eggs. They try to sneak in the beds when there's not a bass on them, eat their young, so bass obviously are not gonna let that happen. So I love taking a big Texas rigged lizard, weighted or not, and just dragging it across the bottom of a spawning flat in a pond or a lake or wherever you are.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you're around a spawning area, a lizard, a soft plastic lizard, that's gonna do good for you, I think. Color, you throw whatever color you want. Don't really matter to me.
Y'all probably seen in my spring video, I was throwing a watermelon red lizard the whole day. I mean, if you're starting to see them beds, he hit that nail on the head. Female bass hate them lizards, but you gotta be patient because they'll pick them up by the tail and move them off their beds. So if you feel that little bit of action, keep working it and let them slam it, and then you got a fish. But yeah, lizards, that was a great one. So second question will be by Jake Clements. I'm pretty sure I said your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. But who or what inspired you to start doing YouTube?
That's a good one.
There was no specific person that inspired me to do YouTube. It was, I was fishing and hunting all the time. I love talking with other people about hunting and fishing. And you'd always have those incidents where you're telling somebody something and you're telling them the God honest truth, but you kind of get that vibe like they didn't believe you. So I told Sam one day, I was like, I want a GoPro. I want to start filming all my stuff. That way when that one thing happens where I know no one's gonna believe me, I can show them in video. So I was actually recording my fishing and hunting for a while before YouTube. And it was kind of just that backup for proof. And then the beginning of last year, I started watching YouTube, I would say religiously. I never really followed other YouTubers. The beginning of last year, I started watching YouTube religiously all the time. These guys, they posted a new video. I was waiting on them, I was watching them. So finally, I was like, you know what? I want to start sharing my stuff with everybody myself. that's when I started learning the editing. My videos sucked at the beginning, but that's where, you know, it got better. I got hooked. I loved it. I love sharing all my hunting and fishing stuff with you guys. So that's how I got into YouTube. I mean, it was nothing spectacular, nothing special. It was just kind of one of those things that just started from the inside and then came out. So what you got?
Yeah, I kind of similar to what you said. I was recording my fishing adventures long before I ever had any YouTube ideas. I did watch YouTube a lot because that's where I learned a lot of the bass fishing techniques. I basically taught myself how to bass fish with the help of many different YouTube anglers. But my wife bought me a GoPro for my birthday one year, just as a gift, you know. Because like he said, you know, maybe she didn't believe some of the things I was telling her, so she said, well, go out and record it and we'll be able to watch it later. So I did that. I started stockpiling all this footage of me catching fish and doing kind of crazy stuff. And eventually I watched another YouTube video that kind of said, you know, anybody can be a YouTube angler. Like anybody can do what me and Tone Adventures do. Anybody can do it, it just takes time and work. So then I think right after I watched that video, I edited my first video and put it on YouTube, and it sucked. It was terrible. Going back now, looking at my first like 10 videos, I mean, it's really embarrassing because I feel like I've come a long way with my editing, but that's the only way you can learn how to do that stuff is to do it just like we did. I mean, and now we're maybe making decent videos now, I don't even know. But it was very similar to how you started, man. Just woke up one day and said, well, I'm already doing this stuff. Why not film it and see if other people enjoy me doing it? So there you go.
Every time I post a video, my next video, there's always something different. It might be really small, but every time I edit and upload a video, I watch it and I learn something. So my next video, there's always something different, and they get better and better and better as they go. So, but I'm gonna save that for the last question.
There you go.
So the third question I got asked was, what is my favorite all-time lure? And shout out to Small Water Assassin, Skylar Bates on Instagram. He let me know he was a really big fan. So shout out to that guy. So my favorite all-time fishing lure, I'm gonna have to go with a Senko. Specifically June bug color, because any pond I go to, I'm gonna throw a Senko's June bug color starting out. I'll swap up the colors, but it's gonna remain a Senko. I've caught fish at the lake and in ponds with a Senko. There's multiple different ways to rig them, you know, Texas rig, wacky rig, weightless, however you can run a Senko. It's a very versatile soft plastic. So that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a Senko and June bug color.
Nice. Mine is super easy, guys. It's very simple, and that's gonna be a buzzbait, all right? And the reason why is extremely easy to explain. I've caught my personal best bass on a buzzbait. When I first started fishing, especially kayak fishing, specifically for bass, a buzzbait, I used it like first thing in the morning as a search bait, you know, and a lot of people say that about buzzbaits, but I've caught so many big fish on buzzbaits, it's just crazy. I mean, I've caught big fish on all different types of lures, but there's just something about the buzzbait that either it irritates the big bass or it surprises them or whatever, but just that reaction strike that you get. And not to mention, it's probably the most exciting way to fish because when you get hit, it'll scare you a lot of times because, you know, you've been casting it out, reeling it in, and then eventually the water just explodes like a hand grenade just went off. And
have you ever fished the buzzbait at night?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah. If you have never fished the buzzbait at night, you have got to try.
Yeah.
You chuck that thing out there, you have no idea where it's going. It hits the water, you just reel it out, you just hear that, and all of a sudden that blow up on it, and you just like fish on. It's a good feeling, but yeah, that's definitely a great choice.
Yeah, a lot of big fish have been caught at night on buzzbaits. I've been reading a book about it, and there's a man, I can't remember his name, but he's caught over, I want to say 1,000 10-pound bass, but he catches them all at night with black buzzbaits. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. When am I going to get my first 10-pounder? I don't know. Just get that first one and it will be good.
We'll eventually get our double digit eventually.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, so my one question came from Genesis Fishing on Instagram, and it's kind of a long question, so I'm just gonna kind of reduce it down a little bit. He has a YouTube channel apparently, and he's just starting out, and he's asking about how I grow my channel and the kind of the techniques that I use to connect with my fans and grow my channel and have a little bit of success. Just to be clear, my channel is still very, very small. You know, I haven't reached the pinnacle of success yet. I'm sure he would agree with that.
Yes.
We're just scratching the surface of being, you know, a really big, relevant YouTube channel. So believe me, I'm not an expert. This is just, you know, this is common knowledge to me what I'm about to say. But the first thing would probably be you've got to upload consistently. You've got to put content out consistently, because people, that's how they find you, is the videos that you put out. So if you're putting out one video a month or one video a year or whatever, you're never going to get fans that way. You've got to, you know, start off, pick a day of the week if you want to, and upload one video every week on that day. And the next thing, which I'll let Tones kind of expand on, is the content has got to be good as well as frequent. So you can't just upload crap every week and expect to get followers. You've got to make good content. Like he just said a minute ago, every single one of his videos gets better as it goes because he learns something new, he applies that to his next video, so he's making better content every time. So I'm sure you've got some stuff to add to that.
Just to touch on what he was saying, so uploading consistently isn't just meaning throwing a bunch of videos out all the time. This is how you gotta look at it. Let's say you are doing one video a week. That's 4 videos a month, all right? If you post a video this week and it was an okay video, and the video before that was a good video, then you're gonna go 2 weeks, 2 solid weeks without a good video, all right? Then you're gonna post another good video, then 2 okay videos, because not everyone goes fishing and then just catches a 10-pounder every time they go, or catches 100 fish every time they go. You gotta put in the work, and it's tough. Put in the work to get your good footage, and then just upload, any chance you can get. With, and everything in your power putting into making it a good video. Whether you can throw in that small thing where someone's gonna learn something, or just something that's gonna make them laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Do it consistently, because you never know when you're gonna post that video that people are gonna like. Because every video I post, I love them. I think they're great videos. But that's not what YouTube says. You never know. So you just gotta keep doing what you want to do. That's the key thing. If you have to want to fish. You can't just go out there and make a fishing video because that's what's popular, or that's what's trending. You genuinely have to enjoy the fish. Mm-hmm. Because filming and fishing are a whole lot different than just fishing. There's a lot of work that goes into a lot of extra prep. So genuinely, you gotta enjoy fishing and then want to film it, all right?
That's true. Another thing with that too is, like you just kind of said, you gotta be yourself. Don't be somebody else. Don't watch one of the big YouTube channels and try to make yourself them. That's not what we do. I mean, we're very different people with how we approach fishing. But be yourself. People can tell when they watch your video. They can tell if you're trying too hard. We were talking about that yesterday. They know when you're trying too hard. So it's very easy to not try hard. Just be yourself and let the camera do the work of the filming. You just go out there and do your thing, and if either people like you or they don't, so that would be another thing to add, but go ahead.
Because I only know one YouTube channel that is a personality channel that is actually above and beyond a big channel. It's only one of them. So unless you have, that skill set or, that luck, you're not gonna get as big as him, being a personality. You just gotta be yourself. Your own personality will shine and cause the great videos. It's a lot more enjoyable, out there just doing your thing, all right? So upload consistently is probably the biggest part. Probably the biggest thing of how to get your channel started. How I got my channel started was I grew a really big following. Well, not really big, but I grew a fairly big following on Instagram that kind of helped me put my foot into the door when I got on YouTube. That helped me get past that, first 100 subscribers, because it was a grind for me to get my first 100, and then after that, it trickled on. Some videos I would gain, 2 subs. Some videos I'd gain 100 subs. That all falls into play with uploading consistently, because you never know what video is going to be that ticket to get you past the hump. So,
yeah, and he just brought up social media. Utilize social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Utilize those platforms too, because if you can reach people on Instagram, like he was just saying, if you develop a following on Instagram, it's only a matter of time before they find their way to your YouTube channel, and vice versa. Your YouTubers may go to your Instagram, and they all work together. But there's probably not a YouTube channel out there that's successful that doesn't utilize other social media outlets as well. So that would be another good thing to add in there. Spamming other people's comment section. I mean, I would tell you, you need to interact with the fishing community or the YouTube community, whatever your channel is about. You need to interact with those people. That's how me and this guy met, was by interacting with each other. But we weren't trying to use the other person to gain success. We were simply saying, hey, I dig your last video, man. And then he would say, yeah, this one's pretty cool too. So interact with your fellow YouTubers, but don't beg for subs, man. It's just not how it works, and you're never gonna get a good viewer of your videos by doing that. People may click the button all day, but that doesn't mean they're gonna come back and watch your video a week from that day.
I comment on a lot of videos. I mean,
I do too.
I interact with other videos just like a social media platform. All right, if I see a good video, I'm going to, dude, that was an awesome video. I would say a lot of the times I quote people. If they say something in their video that has me rolling, has me laughing, I'm gonna quote them in their comments. Be like, dude, that was awesome, that was hilarious. And I have had traffic come to my channel where recently somebody was like, man, I ran across your comment on so-and-so's channel. I really like your channel as well. I'm like, thanks. I did not go on that person's channel. It was like, hey, come check my channel out and sub to me. I didn't do that. I give credit where credit is due, and it's a big circle. It comes back. So
that's true.
You got anything else you want to add to that, or we hit that nail on the head?
I think we did.
Well, there you have it, guys. Y'all got our favorite spring lure, what got us into YouTube, our favorite overall lure, and how do we grow on YouTube. So there you have it. That's Lojo. I'm Tone, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you guys.
I almost forgot. All right, I almost forgot, and I feel so bad. But for those of you, I'm sure most of you have, because I mean the last previous videos, I mean it was awesome. But if you haven't, be sure to go check Lojo out, alright?
The man with the beard, aka.
So, and this is the whole purpose of collaborating, alright?
Right.
We got to fish together, number one. Number two, we're gonna grow off of each other,
That's
alright?
right.
So that last question, pay attention. We're collaborating, all right? That's what we do. I will leave a link to his channel below in the description. Y'all check him out. Do me a huge favor of subscribing to him. Because he's fishing. He's mainly fishing. Mainly fishing. He does some military stuff. As you know, I'm proud military myself. And that's my way of telling him I appreciate him inviting me out here, giving me a place to crash. We ate some awesome fried chicken. So I'm about to load up, take myself back to Georgia, and we'll continue from there.
See you guys.
Holla.